Welcome back, everybody, to the Big Metal Show. Yes, you are watching Rob's MetalWorks this evening and tonight. It's been a night I've been anticipating for quite some time, man, because I got my brothers in the house. Yes, Aidan and Andrew from Donella Drive. Welcome, guys, to the show.
It's good to be back.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us.
You know, you guys know I love you guys so much, despite all your dysfunction.
And we love you.
I always say this on social media, and I say this to people in my circle. I was like, you guys are like one of my favorite fucking bands, and have been one of my favorite bands for quite some time. Thanks, musically, I just love what you guys do, and we're gonna talk all about that later. But it's just like, everything you guys put out is something that I dig, and there's many reasons for that. So let's get started. We're not going to go back and dive into the history. So all you people out there who want to know about the history of Donella, go back to our 2020 interview, I think, and check that one out. But the last interview we did was in 2022 in support of Ozell. Yeah. Start of Ozell. Landis was here.
Yeah.
Your last drummer was here, Landis. But it seems like every time I see you, things are just getting a little bit better as far as like the back end stuff. You know, we work in a tough industry, the music industry. But, there's good things always happening on the front end with the music. And now it seems like some good things are happening on the back end. How do you kind of feel about what's going on with Donella right now in 2025?
As of right now with Donella, musically, personally, bitterness, jaded, sick of everything, fuck the world.
Yeah. Let's have a fight. Let's get in a fight.
Fight the fucking mic. There is musical growth, I would say, for Donella Drive.
For sure.
Me and Andrew I would say are becoming better songwriters. I feel that way. Things seem to be more smooth. I would say, even when I took over on vocals a long time ago with Bloomer, the last couple of years, vocals always kind of seemed kind of laborious, kind of felt like homework. Now it kind of feels like it's more natural.
Yeah.
So I'd like to think I'm getting a little bit better at what I do. My craft. I'm sharpening up my craft.
Sure.
Yeah.
Remember when like writing vocals was like so tasking for you? Now you just kind of you write them out of nowhere and quick.
Yeah, it's funny because I remember like with Golden, the first draft of Golden I showed it to Andrew, and he was like mortified. Like he was like, what the fuck does? And then looking back, I found those lyrics again. And I was like, wow, this is horrendous. I'm glad that I really try to work on my the English language a little bit more, and try to get better at it. And so now I bring him lyrics, and he's like, oh yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, on the bright side, like my poetry has gotten better.
Good.
I'd like to think of myself as the poet laureate of San Antonio.
Yeah.
So now, anyway, yes.
I think one of the great things about your career so far is that because, and I said this downstairs, because you guys started so young, you're at a point now where you're peaking and you're still young.
I appreciate
You're still in the young phase, know.
I appreciate you saying that, man. Because I would say, like, I do. If there's one positive I can pull from right now in Donella, I feel like I'm getting better at what I do, musical. Not even just with this rock band. To me, Donella Drive is like, me and Andrew, obviously as brothers, it's kind of our communication musically is all the rock music that we grew up loving. The blues of it all, it starts with Metallica, right? Metallica, Faith No More, Primus. So that kind of language that we speak, is it's gotten tighter, man, I don't know. I'm just really, I get a spiritual high with this stuff. Like me and Andrew, we'll talk like maybe sometimes like I feel like, oh, well, it could be more progressive, right? The music, it can go this direction. And you know, sometimes I disagree with him on certain things, but I really find like where he's coming from, it's kind of bringing us back to what made us love rock and roll in the first place.
For sure.
You know, so it's like, oh yeah, here we are, Van Halen, Metallica.
Yeah.
No, this is like it's a warm, it's like a nice bubble bath. You know. Yeah.
And the beauty of it is because you guys are songwriters, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah, there's no kind of like, oh, we have to write like
We
a
can
certain
only do
style.
this style.
We can only do this style. Like that's kind of like the theme when we started this band. We didn't want it to just be one thing. We want it to be like kind of like a mixture of everything.
Which I would say is a big an aspect of Mike Patton being a huge influence to both of us growing up. Faith No More, Mr. Bungle, Tomahawk. He was never bound to one side. He's a rock guy, metal guy, but he would go all over the place.
Over.
Yeah. So that kind of communication between us, you know, that comes through a lot.
Yeah. And I'm going to comment on that in a little bit. I remember you telling me that you felt Ozell, which is, for all of you people out there, the previous record before the one we're going to speak on tonight, was your first real record, you said to me.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel that release helped you grow? And are you at a point now where like we're no longer having to figure shit out?
Oh, not at all. Like that, we learned a lot from that. We got a lot from that record. We got a lot of opportunities from that record.
Yeah.
So it got us that tour with Dead Poet, I think I would say. They were a big fan of that album that we put out, Ozell. So it helped us a lot. We gained a lot from it. And we definitely, I feel we became like who we are now from that album, honestly.
Yeah.
And I'll add to that too. When we first started, me and Drew, you know, we had a completely different lineup. We had a female vocalist.
Yeah.
We had a record called Anomalous. And the intention of when Donella did start, if we're being honest here, you know, Andrew came from more of a metal background.
Right.
He was in Brotherhood.
Yeah.
For me, you know, I was 17. I was 17 when I started this band. And a lot of it, the conversation at the time was, okay, well, if we're going to make it in the industry, we're going to make a more straightforward rock sound. So you play that verse, chorus, bridge, verse, chorus, and you make sure your choruses are big and catchy. And that's kind of where it stemmed from. And I feel over time, you know, I think with Ozell, like, because that's kind of where I started from, even for me. Ozell was kind of the I guess say it's experimentation in quotations, because it was allowing myself to go outside those boundaries. You know, a lot of bands from back in the day, you know, the 80s and 90s, they were raw, and they just had this crazy energy. If we take Megadeth, for example, look at something like Killing Is My Business, you know, totally raw, really sounds kind of ugly, but the energy's there. I love that record. But then you get to something like Countdown to Extinction, which is one of my favorite records ever.
Right.
And they've crafted. And then you can look at Rest in Peace, you can look at Peace Cells, and go, wow, there was a lot of growth there. So I feel like we've kind of gone backwards in a way, where we started to be more like almost like a corporate rock band, but learning how to let our personalities kind of shine through the music. I feel like Ozell for me was like letting my personality shine through the music for the first time, and I feel like that's what's developed over time.
And also too, not just writing musically, but with the production stuff too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like you know, Countdown was really polished up, you know, production wise. Yeah,
it sounds incredible. Like even like the different mixes of that record sound so good. I still look to that record for influence. You know, like Metallica and Megadeth are always part of that conversation in our world.
You don't have to say that just because you're in Rob's Motor.
It's the truth.
Thank you. You know, you're scoring big points with me. It's been 4 years since Ozell. And I was happy to see that despite the fact that you guys hadn't released like an official release, that you were releasing singles
right
throughout the transition from from Ozell until we are now with the upcoming record. I love the Fortress single.
Thank you.
I really love it. It's a very heavy song. And I remember, thank you, Drew, for sending it to me. And Salsa Verde, too. Amazing song. So these were songs that, was that the plan? Like, let's just release some singles and kind of stay relevant in the market because of the market that we live in.
Yeah,
and
right.
then until we're ready for something, a new release.
It was definitely trying to appeal to the industry standard.
Sure.
Which is you release a single every...
Yeah.
And
like Evil Salsa was actually released the first day of the when we went on tour Dead Poet Society. It was released the very first day. So we were in Phoenix when it dropped.
It's Evil Salsa, not Salsa Verde?
Hey, what? That was actually the
original,
rough.
I actually
that was the rough title.
I wanted to call it Salsa Verga, like cock sauce. A jizz joke in case you didn't get it. But Andrew didn't like that.
For all you white people out there,
we need more jizz jokes.
Yeah.
Chris was like, please don't call it that.
So the Evil Salsa.
Evil Salsa is the real name. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But you know what? That's what I love about you guys, that you've always kind of kept me on your radar and are sending me all your new stuff. And so I love to hear the roughs. I love to hear the development of the music. But there were two other singles that came out. Which ones were those?
The first one was Vessels.
Mm-hmm.
And then we put out Evil Salsa the first day of the Dead Poet tour.
Mm-hmm.
And then that tour got canceled for like a little bit because the singer's mom had passed away. So we had to like drop. The tour kind of ended for a little bit. And then they brought us back out. And that actually the first day we were out for that tour, we dropped Fortress. And that was September of 2023, right? I want to say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then we just dropped the last one. It's called Scarlet Tears, and that came out in, when did that come out? December. Yeah, of 2024.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Be sure to send me Vessels and Scarlet Tears, because I don't have those. But that's great, man. Those were great. Not only just like, this is the thing about it. Like sometimes bands are just gonna put stuff out, like, oh man, we need to stay relevant. We're just gonna put shit that we didn't want to put on the record out. But these songs were really good songs. They weren't just like leftovers. I could tell. I mean, even if they were, they fucking sound great. They were really good songs that fans could say like, oh yeah, Donella's still rocking it, and I'm glad to have new music. Ozell was a heavy record. I loved it. I remember you telling me that you were going for a little heavier sound. And kind of Fortress, kind of like I just said, was also a heavy record. Is the heavy part still something that you have to kind of always kind of keep in the forefront of your mind, or is that just something? Because I know how diverse you guys are, and we're going to talk about some other songs on the new record that are really diverse. But is that something that because of your backgrounds, it's just always there, or do you have to be conscious about? Because I'm sure there's some songs that you could that you could make heavier and choose not to.
I feel like with the heaviness of Donella, granted that there's so many metal influences that we have.
Yeah,
those influences are going to come through for sure. For me, like emotionally heavy is another thing too. Like lyrically, the song Salsa Evil Salsa, Fortress. Those 4 singles all have like heavy emotions for sure.
Because of the turmoil in your personal life.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
But that's beautiful. That's great.
Yeah.
I always tell people this. I'm like, man, when musicians suffer, that's when they write the best shit.
Dude, honestly, it's funny though.
So I'm kind of glad you're suffering.
Yeah. But what's funny is I feel like it's funny. I was telling me and Andrew were talking to like I've been saying even about lyrically, musically, some of the newer stuff we've been writing. Like, I don't know. To me, it's like there's always an aspect of like, I don't know, 80s metal heavy or 90s alternative heavy.
Yeah.
But lyrically, I was like, I kind of just want to fuck off. Like, I feel like how many times can I talk about a breakup or like how I'm scared or society freaks me out? Like, I was like, we're gonna make a Van Halen record. Like, I'm gonna sing about girls. I'm gonna sing about beers. You know what I mean? Like, fuck the serious shit, bro.
Right.
What was it Vince Neil said in that rock documentary? He's like, oh, we didn't like grunge because we were trying to get away from that stuff and blur. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? As much as I think Motley Crue sucks, Vince Neil's right. It's time to have fun.
Well, I mean, I think sometimes people, especially at that time, wanted to turn to music to get away from some of the burdens of life, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, I feel like the older I get, I don't know, I'd like shit to be less heavy.
Yeah.
But heaviness isn't like, we kind of literally like, when we write a song, there's no approach. It's just kind of whatever happens, whatever comes out, whatever we're kind of feeling in the mood. Honestly, we love heavy.
It's just rock and roll, man. To me, it's fucking amplifiers and guitars.
Yeah. So there's no really like it has to be heavy or has to be this or that. It's whatever song we feel like writing, we write. Honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
What happened? Whatever happened? Because I remember when I got the new record, I was like, whatever happened to the re-recording of Golden?
That is something we've been trying to do for like we told them a while back.
Golden.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
here.
I had an idea. Maybe it'll come to fruition. I told Andrew
that I'm calling you out on.
Yeah. I wasn't expecting this one. This is.
I love that song, and I remember you guys telling me like, Rob, even now when we play it live, it's not like the recording. Mm-hmm. It's a little different.
Yeah. Anything we play from Bloomer, it doesn't sound. Or I mean, that's before Bloomer, but I did want to do a record of old songs called Ghost Tracks.
Oh wow, that'd be cool.
Yeah. So clever, right?
Re-recorded and kind of redone.
Yeah, I wanted to do Golden.
Modernized.
Yeah, right. I wanted to do Golden, Lost in the Fog off of Bloomer, Danky Kang.
Yeah.
We have a homie that can play saxophone like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And I wanted him to do some sax solos on Danky Kang.
Is that the guy that's on Axon?
Yeah, he's on the past,
in the past and the present.
Yeah, Anthony. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you about that.
The blueprint. Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you about that. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd still love to see. That's one of my favorite old tracks from the band, and I'd love to hear how you guys play it now, and also just a fresh, modern recording of it, so that it pops really loud. Yeah. So, all right, give me some credit on the record when you record it.
For sure, man.
Thanks you to Rob Chavez.
Yeah, we did bring that up.
I remember. I didn't forget. I follow you on social media, and all you people out there should too. And I saw some photos and videos that you guys had kind of like gone to the East Coast or gone to other places outside of Texas to do some shows. Fill us in on that. What was that like? Where did you go?
Oh, it was fucking awesome, man.
Did you go to New York City? Or
we went to New York, yeah.
Wow.
Well, we did that tour with Dead Poet Society.
Yep.
We did a couple of dates with them. Ohio.
Wow.
Philly. St. Louis. Yeah, Missouri. And then
wow.
that was West Coast. Yeah.
You didn't see any Mexicans, so you got to Phoenix, did you?
Yeah, we were a commodity out there, man. Yeah, we really were.
What? What do you mean?
Well, no, I'd say, dude, you know what's funny? I would say my experience going up east as a Mexican American, you
don't call ICE on Aidan.
Yeah,
he's Mexican American.
I was born in San Antonio. There's nothing special about me. No, I would say like it's funny going, more east and up north. Like,
sure.
If you grow up in San Antonio, you basically grow up in a small town, and you go up there, it's like you hear questions that you're not used to hearing. Oh wait, what ethnicity are you guys? Is a couple times. I was in Philly. Yeah.
Did you say Mexican American?
Yeah.
Or did you just say?
We kind of gave like a quick brief explanation. Our mom or grandparents are from Puerto Rico. We're Hispanic. Mexican American. Oh, Puerto Ricans are awesome.
Yeah. Puerto Ricans are awesome.
Wow. I love the stereotypes. Yeah. Wow, that's crazy. I remember one time for work, this was many years ago, I had to go to Utah. Yeah. And my boss took me to this nice restaurant, and everybody was just like staring at me. And then like the only Mexicans in Utah are behind the kitchen door.
It's weird. You're like, wow,
They're
I am a
not
minority.
outside eating dinner. Yeah.
I am a minority. Holy shit.
Yeah.
This is the real world.
So, I always like to hear when bands go out of their own territory, their own comfort zones, and experience new places, new venues, new scenes, new people. How did all of that kind of help you better understand the music, the business of music? Do you feel? Because I'm going to say this too. I remember when you guys went to LA and the whole shabogle in LA, like this is bullshit, and even a shabogle is a learning experience. So, what's kind of been some of the experiences there?
Of that whole, I guess that whole
out of state travel.
I would say it made me realize like not how far. I would say like how not behind. I'm using the wrong words. So make you realize like what is possible, outside once you get to like that certain level.
Sure.
The level of where, you're on a tour and people are just there. Like you don't have to worry about kind of the small things. Like you play a local show in town, and you're like, oh man, is anyone going to show up? Is anyone
right?
Do people even like us anymore? You know what I mean, type of thing. But then when you're on a big tour like that, you're just like, whoa, like. There's a line outside. And then I remember we had our own green room in Philly where we're used to that. You know what I mean? It's like little things like that.
Yeah, no, Dead Poet.
Did they have to bring Aidan fucking purple M&Ms?
They did bring me all purple.
Fucking Aidan.
Fucking only sparkling water and fucking a mocha cheap cappuccino.
Cubed ham.
Tampon latte. Whatever the fuck, yeah.
Not sliced ham, cubed ham.
Cubed ham.
Cubed ham.
Down my tiny little
Yeah,
throat.
exactly. Wow. That's cool. Yeah, I think those things are great. I mean, they're not always easy, but, you always walk away. And the important thing is to walk away with something, some experience like that. I think that stuff's priceless. That stuff's priceless.
Yeah, no, and it's all, just living life is I think the ultimate... currency, I guess, right? Yeah, man.
Yeah. And you know what, Aidan, as I shared with you downstairs, as you get older, that becomes so much more relevant because, like I said, the people that I know from my time period and my circles, a lot of motherfuckers are dropping off like flies. Yeah. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy, and it's sometimes it's scary, and sometimes it's like, fuck, man. Like I said, keep the good juju, and that'll keep you alive. Before we get to the new record, which is why we're here tonight, I have to ask the magic question. What's up with all the fucking drummers, bro?
I don't know, man. It's a good question.
God damn. It's like every time I see a Donella photo, there's a brand new dude in the picture. Like, who the fuck? Or not at all. Like, who the fuck is this dude?
We keep killing them. That's our problem.
They can't hang with Donella.
Yeah, we're too much, bro.
Yeah,
they can't hang out with the big D, bro.
I remember there was Landis. Then Steven, now there's Javi, and then Javi's gone. And, I remember, I don't know if you guys recall, but there was a time period for many years where Trivium was going through the same thing and went through like shitloads of drummers, bro. They couldn't find a drummer that actually fit.
Spinal Tap too, I believe.
Wow. So, I would say this. Does it really fucking matter?
I mean, honestly, no.
No.
It really doesn't.
I would say, that's why I asked that question. It really doesn't fucking matter, bro.
I would say, I heard I forget what the quote is.
I don't know why you guys just don't play live with some fucking drum tracks. Fuck the drummer.
I've suggested that before, but there something about a badass drummer who just play.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you can't find a drummer who's just like cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's always a trade-off. He's a really nice guy, but he sucks. Oh, he's a fucking weirdo, but you play everything from Meshuggah. Yeah, there's always never a straightforward.
Never a fucking perfect drummer, right?
But we have Javi. He's filling in. You know, Javi is always available to help us out. You know, when we ask him, Javi's the shit, and he helps us out.
Thank you,
when we need
Javi.
He's a great fuck buddy.
Yeah, Javi. I met Javi before
Yeah.
when he was playing with Hard 24. Seems like a cool cat.
He's super cool. I love Javi.
Super cool. Yeah.
Super chill. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but my hope is that, you know, even though Javi's kind of filling the gaps, that you do find a permanent drummer. And there is somebody out there. There is somebody out there, some young cat out there. And I would say, like, if I were you guys with your longevity, I would look for a young cat, like young 20-year-old kid or 18-year-old kid who is of the mindset that not only can play the music, but he also wants to learn from you guys. Like you guys, he looks up to you guys. That's the kind of guy that you want. Yeah, that guy that says, "Yeah, teach me about writing music, teach me about being in a band, teach me about doing shows, what not to do, what to do, things like that." And there is somebody out there.
Yeah, man. I'll say, I know there is, man. I'm hoping the younger generation of drummers, from what we've experienced, there's a weirder generation, man. Like,
What do you mean?
for us, like, I don't know. For us, like, okay, you grew up playing garage bands and sucking. That's how you developed your feel.
Right.
These other kids, man, a lot of them are just fucking computers and shit.
Yeah.
And so, you know, you get a guy who tells you, "Oh, well, if we're writing, I gotta take this stuff home and I gotta program it and blah blah."
Yeah,
You know, does that
yeah.
feel? You can't just like go
Right.
off.
Right.
Yeah,
And
and
jam.
we've seen that a couple times, you know.
Yeah.
But for the most part, our old drummers, like we have good relationships with. We just reasons we can't go. You know, Landis says he runs Cibolo Studios.
Sure.
Shout out, he's like a brother to me. I fucking love Landis. You know, and but yeah, no, I don't know, man. I hope we do find a guy.
I will say this: like, for a band to be successful, you guys got to all be on the same page. If one guy is not, then it's not going to work out.
I agree.
It's dead weight.
I agree.
And you gotta all be like a machine, like a well-oiled machine.
I agree.
Working together, promoting, you know, funding this. Like you gotta all be on the same page.
I agree. You know, we couldn't do at Rob's. I couldn't do any of it without Rick and JB. And I tell my boys all the time, I said, you guys are, you know, Rob's has my name, but you guys are just as part of Rob's as I am. You know, I'm the guy in front of the camera, but still, you guys are behind the scenes making all this shit happen. And, you know, I give so much props and love, and I give everything I can to JB and Rick because, you know, we are a team. We are a team. And if anything ever happened to JB or Rick, you know, Rob's would be fucked. You know, and, you know, I've been working these guys so hard lately, you know, and as we enter this pivotal year in our history, you know, we are working really hard, you know, and it kind of seems like as we get near the end, you know, and you guys may not think about the end, but, you know, someday you will. But when you get
I think about it all the time.
Yeah, you never know. Like you said, I'm ready to quit. But you want to have everything as a matter of record. Like this is we've immortalized this moment through this recording, through this taping, through this show, whatever. Everything that you do as far as like, you know, recording with Chris Mora, I mean, it's all immortalized, bro. Mm-hmm. It's all immortalizing your history and everything that you do. Who did the drums on the new record?
On Axon, that's Steven.
Steven
to do the records right before we parted ways. Yeah.
Okay. So Steven's out, and he did drums on the new record. Mm-hmm. You know, Steven is an amazing drummer. You know, I think even before he started playing with you guys, I knew about him, and I always thought, you know, this cat's a fucking great drummer. He has a very praying mantis kind of like style. You know, that you don't always see what he's doing. But yeah, the record sounds great. And I've been privy to Axon for quite some time. And all of you people out there, the brand new record that we're about to jump into is called Axon. The release date is August 22nd. Go ahead and take a look at the artwork right now. So be sure to mark your calendars. It will be out on all your music media outlets for you to download. And it is a full-length release, 10 songs. This is your first official full-length release. Why now?
I was just sick of putting out EPs and shit, you know. Like, I really wanted to make a flowing album, like like a classic album, man. You know, the great records, they all flow almost like a movie.
It's a full-length record is a fucking commitment.
Yeah, man.
You guys could if you wanted to take the easy way out, you could have said, "Oh, fucking Axon will take us up until 2027. We'll just release 4 fucking EPs."
Yeah. No, that's the newer way of thinking, the newer business model, man. Fuck that, dude. We are old heads in this industry. That's what I'm saying. It takes, yes, we're old guys now, and if with Axon, man, one of the things I looked at was Metallica's first 4. Metallica's first 4 records are still some of my favorite records of all time. You know, all those great records. I was like, why don't I just do that? You know what I mean? Well, I tell Andrew, being a huge Metallica fan too, I was like, any of those great records, great rock records, metal records from the 80s to the 90s, that's just how they flowed. It was kind of I don't know, just something personal that I wanted to do. Yeah.
We wanted it to be cinematic. To me, that's a big thing, it's cinematic.
Yeah, like a flow, like, you know, you put the record on and it takes you somewhere.
Just roll it.
Yeah,
let it roll. And that's what I do with Axon. I just let it roll.
So, yeah, if that makes us old guys, then fuck it. Whatever, man. Like
I just let it roll, bro. And I'm glad, that, between all the mayhem and stuff, there is a little kind of break there, with some of the instrumental work that you guys did, which I really love. Were these songs on Axon written after Ozell, or some of these from the archive?
A little of both, I would say, right?
A little both?
A little both, yeah.
I'm trying to think. Well, the majority was written after Ozell.
Okay.
Majority was written after the first 4. The only song... Actually, there's only one song that's older than everything, and that's Polychromatic Dream. We wrote that with Colt, our original drummer.
Oh, wow.
We wrote that when we still had Ella, our female singer of the band. She had a version of that song. Steven actually always liked that song, wanted to bring it back. So we were playing it, just fuck it, let's just throw it on the record.
Yeah, why not?
It's the only song that is old on this record.
2015, I would say.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. But modernized.
Everything else came from...
But modernized.
Yeah, everything else came from jam sessions from like 2022 to 2023.
I have so many favorite songs, guys.
Thank
of
you.
course, Mindless, Embryonic. I told you downstairs, Terlingua. Right? Did I say that right? Terlingua?
Terlingua, yeah.
Terlingua.
Yeah.
I like Simius Transmission. Stir the Echoes, I love too. All amazing songs. And, when I first got this record, because I'm already familiar with the band, I was like, man, this is such a fucking diverse record, And one of the things, too, that I've always loved about Donella is, like, if a friend came to me and said, Rob, what kind of, like, let me put some Donella on for you. Like, what are they? I'm like, dude, they're Donella, bro. Like, you guys don't even fall in a genre. You guys are like your own genre. You have your own sound, and that, comes from many different areas, from Drew's bass playing to your singing and your unique guitar style. I mean, sometimes it takes bands, many years into their career to accomplish that. And you guys have always, I think when you took over on the vocals, that's kind of where that was established. But when I also hear Axon, I remember when I fucking heard it, I said, these dudes are just like going balls out. Like, they're just like out of control. Yeah. They're just like balls out on this record. And it was just like, bam, like crazy. It's crazy. What was the approach when you guys started writing these songs?
writing them, I would say beer was definitely an influence. That helps you loosen up. Beer and marijuana kind of helps you loosen up a bit whenever approaching songs. But I would say, to me, I really just wanted to capture more of like a raw rock and roll kind of feeling. Like I love everything we've done, but I always feel like there's been too much of an overproduction over what we did. Axon was recorded over at Cibolo on an SSL console.
Okay.
Definitely like really tapping into, and like I said, if I'm going with Andrew, like what really influenced us when we were children growing up, even to this day. Okay, ultimately it was late 80s, early 90s, San Francisco. Yeah. You have Primus, Faith No More, Metallica. So all that stuff that we connected it with over.
Mom was jamming.
Yeah, that's in the DNA. Yeah. So I wanted to capture something that was really in the DNA. You know what I mean? Like to be true to us. So I feel like that's part of allowing our personalities to kind of come through the music more. I heard somebody at one show say, "Man, you guys are like." It's kind of a funny comparison. No, not that one. No. Somebody told us, "Man, you guys are like if Les Claypool did join Metallica." After Cliff died. And I was just like, yeah, that's cool. That's like the aesthetic.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, sure. And it's kind of like a pure, to me, it's just a pure fun feeling. Like there is a nostalgic kind of feel to it. You know what I mean? I feel like the music, the approach to it, I wanted it to be just alien enough. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like Voivod kind of has that kind of sound to them. Like I listen to Voivod, there's nothing that sounds like Voivod. Obviously they're influenced by Venom, they're influenced by Motorhead, but nobody sounds like Voivod. And so where I feel like I go and listen to Voivod now, any of those records, it's like, what the fuck is this? And I kind of wanted to have that same feeling. Like if somebody listened to us, there was Alien, but there is a nostalgia to it. Aesthetically speaking, listening to a lot of Boards of Canada, which is an electronic group. Everything they did, all their samples, all their synthesizers are exclusively from the 70s and the 80s. Yeah. There's only certain tones that can come from those chips, only certain sounds. Just like when we recorded this record on an SSL console, I'm recording through, a Marshall 1987 Plexi.
So that's different from the plugins that y'all did for the last record.
Exactly. Hey, no, there was no plugins in this record.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, right, yeah, man. So analog, analog, exactly. So really capturing the spirit of, like I said, like the DNA, like that is the rock and roll we like.
And when you do it that way, you can't fix stuff that easily.
No,
right?
you can't. No, you can't.
Yeah.
And Chris mixed it, and I think he did a phenomenal job.
So you recorded with Landis and then mixed with Chris Mora and mastered with Chris Mora. Yeah. Good. Yeah. Beautiful. And Aidan, I know that we've kind of mentioned that there was a point in the history of the band where you took over on vocals, and then that thereafter you have always said, Rob, I'm always trying to become better as a vocalist. How do you kind of feel now as far as your vocals were captured on this record? Do you feel more confident as a vocalist now?
Yeah, I do feel more confident as a vocalist. Definitely as a lyricist, writing is definitely easier. Like I said, I feel like I have a better grasp of the English language, so it doesn't sound like some cheesy bullshit that I'm trying to say. Vocally speaking, like just knowing my voice, kind of playing. And my range, really playing to my range, not trying to overdo shit.
And does that affect your tuning?
Yeah, we had to go lower.
Yeah,
we're in D standard now.
Yeah, I was about to say that.
I feel like D standard is the sweet spot. You still have the kind of classic tonality that you get from E standard, which is when all that great stuff was recorded on.
Right.
D standard allows me to sing the way I want to sing, but
D's lower.
And this is darker. I like the darker tones that you get from the lower. And whereas in the next step would be C. That's too much. I feel.
Yeah.
For what this band is trying to do.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. What does Axon mean? Is that another Hebrew name?
Axon? No, it's not a Hebrew name. No, man. Axon is a
Because in the beginning of the record, somebody says, "I am Axon."
Yeah, Axon. That sample is from a movie called The Holy Mountain. It's directed by Alejandro Jodorowsky. It's a really trippy fucking movie. Like he's kind of like a Mexican David Lynch. If you like David Lynch movies, Twin Peaks. That's what Alejandro Jodorowsky. I think that's the way he's described the best.
Yeah.
And The Holy Mountain was it was an extremely inspiring movie. I fucking hate Kanye West, but there's only one thing I agreed that he said. He said, "Man, everybody ripped off Alejandro Jodorowsky. Man, all your favorite bands ripped off Alejandro Jodorowsky." He's totally right. You watch that movie. It's like, god damn, Tool. Fucking probably took from the Mars Volta. Took from this.
Yeah.
Fucking every band you could think of is taken from visuals that Alejandro Jodorowsky has put in his films.
Wow.
So when I watched that movie, I was like, holy shit, this totally it hit. It was like, yeah,
like everybody ripped it off. I'm gonna rip it off.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I could see. Well, no, it's like I could see why they ripped it off. I was like, oh yeah, I can totally see. I can. There's a certain part of the movie. There's a certain part of the movie that was resonating with me. You know, there's a character named Axon. And his planet is Neptune, and to sum it all up, you know what I mean? Like, you take away like a symbolic movie like that, whatever it means to you.
Sure.
So Axon, you know, a symbol of feeling. He's like, his character is kind of like a dictator, you know, a super controlling kind of masculine energy, a masculine energy that wants to dominate everything, like a totally toxic masculine energy is basically what he's doing, and it kind of, I was like, yeah, it kind of resonates actually. And his planet was Neptune, which is the sign of Pisces. Me and Andrew are both Pisces, you know, and Steven's a Pisces, so I kind of felt like there was something there. And the symbol, and I was, you know, it's funny, it's something that I was thinking about a lot with Axon. You know, playing PlayStation, I looked down at the controller, and I was really looking at it. It was triangle X circle square. AXON. I was like, yeah, what the fuck?
There you go.
Yeah, well, Axon, it's funny, like, really going down the wormhole of the origin of that word. Yeah. You know, it's the nerve in your eyeball that processes electrical impulses, that lets you process information in front of you. Yeah, so everything is so visual now. You know, the cameras that police carry, those are Axon cameras. The character Axon in Holy Mountain, his name, he's the chief of police. He's a dictator.
Oh,
so there was just some kind of, like weird. I said, like a weird energy idea. And then, like I said, dealing with a kind of energy of control, an issue with control. You know, I kind of feel like, you know, Neil Peart said it. Everyone is a reflection of myself. You know, you see people that you don't like. Sometimes those negative aspects you see in other people are a reflection of things that you have in yourself.
Sure.
So, you know, like kind of reflecting on control issues that I feel like I've had over the years, you know, because of a fear of not having control, a fear, you know what I mean? Like I have to make sure that I have control of everything.
Sure.
But then, you know, kind of really letting that go. I feel like that's kind of like the Jungian idea of well, you know, Carl Jung, it's called working with the shadow. So no, Axon, to sum it all up, so I don't talk off your fucking ear, everybody's there.
We're good.
For me, Axon is just shadow work.
You're overwhelming me. That's why I'm going to take a shot.
Yeah. Actually, I need a shot too. I'm opening up way too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I'll keep talking while I pour.
Yeah.
So, let me tell you a funny story one time. Speaking about control, one time,
Control.
And this includes our mutual friend Thomas. One time this was a couple of years ago, I think, we were doing a metal fest, and the Memorial Day Metal Fest at the Deco Ball. Remember, Rick? We were all there, and I remember that day. I think that day we did the most interviews we've ever done in one day. We did 18 interviews. And Thomas was videoed. Rick and Thomas would interchange on the camera. And why don't you pour while I'm talking? And so it was Thomas's turn. Rick, you want one? We were taking turns, and Thomas was videotaping, and I told Thomas, I said, are you too close? Scoot back. Are you too close? And Tom was like, no, I'm not. I said, are you sure you're not too close? He's like, no, I'm not. And then I said, I was kind of joking. I said, stop trying to control everything, you fucking control freak. I'm not happy unless I'm controlling everybody in the room. So even myself, I see doing stupid shit like that.
What's your sign?
I'm Pisces.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
We're having this fucking spiritual talk here. Well, I'm technically an Aquarius, but my
Pisces.
astrologer says you have a lot of Pisces in your chart. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna use it.
I'm like, bitch, I was born in February 20.
Yeah, right.
God damn. All right. Let's take this shot because I want to be happy. Salute. Yeah, great to see you guys. I love you guys.
We love you, Drob.
There are a few songs that I want to talk about really quick. I mentioned right now, I said, there's a little break in the record. Eternal Gazer is kind of like a cool little it's a breather. It's like, is it the fifth track? It's right in the middle of
the fifth track.
It's the fifth track, and it's kind of cool. I remember when I first heard, I was like, oh yeah, this is nice. This is kind of cool. It's like relaxing. I dig it. So great placement for that song. You consider that an instrumental?
I guess you could, yeah. Just an instrumental song, interlude.
An interlude. There you go.
External Gazer. Well, if you don't, if I go on a tangent,
go for it.
Explaining the meaning of the record.
I wanna.
External Gazer. There's also like a theme of paranoia, a fear of technology, and kind of where it's going. AI fascinates me, but it's fucking terrifying. It's ugly. The first time I saw AI art, it's just so, because it's taking everything on the net. It's kind of, sure. I think I typed in.
You don't know what's real.
Yeah, well, what's funny is that the first thing I typed in was Bret Hart eating hot dogs, and it was Bret Hart, the wrestler. And but it was like his hand was fusing with the hot dog and and it's just so grotesque. And it looks like a sulfonic Carnage record album cover, and it's just so mutated and ugly, but it's so fascinating. Yeah. And that visual aesthetic was appealing to me. And External Gazer, the name where I got the name from that was one of my favorite video games growing up, even to this day. Is Metal Gear Solid 2, and it's kind of about there's a theme of the video game where technology is getting too far outside of people's abilities, and there's like an Illuminati kind of figure in the game. They're called the Patriots, and they're an AI that's essentially controlling humanity. I don't think things would go that far, like a Skynet type thing. I think Stephen Hawking has even brought it. To me, I'm not really, just turn it off.
It's getting there.
Like, maybe it could, but who knows? It's weird, man. And so, just like I said, this album is really talking about, like, a lot of fears. Certain things that, societal fears, not necessarily personal fears, but,
worldly fears.
I'm like, we might go to World War III pretty soon. Iran and shit. Technological issues and... You know what I mean? Whatever. Not to go too deep into, but yeah, no. External Gazer, listening to that track. Near the end of the track, there's like police scan noises that come in. The riff to me is it's a nice tone. That progression is really nice. I love that progression. Actually, I played it for Thomas one time. And he's like,
on your guitar?
Yeah, I played it for him before we recorded it, and he's like, "Man, that's such a cool progression, man." He's like, "It reminds me of like Boards of Canada or something."
Yeah.
I recorded it, and then there's a feeling that I try to capture of it's nice and melodic, but it's still kind of uncomfortable. Like you're not really sure.
Ominous.
There's an ominous, and then the police scan, and then the whatever peacefulness there is there, it slowly starts to disappear, and it's like, okay, you're going back into the world, right? Which then it goes into the past, side, the present, the instrumental right there, and it's like, okay, now we're back in the struggle. So that's kind of, like I said, there was I really attempted to try to have a thematic approach to this record.
Yeah.
I wanted it to feel like a record. Like I do feel like the first tracks, the first half of the record before external, those are like the heavier songs, like even emotionally.
Right.
But then as the record goes on, you know, it goes into Polychromatic Dream, and it lightens up a little bit into information. So I feel like for me, like it's like I said, the only way I can really communicate is musically. Yeah. So it's me I'm trying to let go of old shit, trying to let go of heaviness, and I'm trying to go into Van Halen. Good. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be like, woo, yeah, fucking World War III,
yeah,
man.
hot for teacher.
Yeah, hot for teacher. Yeah.
You know, but I think what you said is really true. Like when you go through External Gazer at the end, it's not something bright and beautiful. It's something dark and ominous. Mm-hmm. And I think we kind of all feel that we're at that precipice where something bad is going to fucking happen sooner or later. Something really bad. I think we took a big step forward yesterday with what happened in Iran. But it's crazy, man. We live in crazy times.
It's weird, man.
It's scary. It's scary. But, you know, on a lighter note, when you talk about AI, just yesterday I was like, you know, in the bed, and I'm going through my Facebook, and I told Julie, I said, look at this. This is fucking weird. And it was like a bamboo, like a baboon. A baboon was like cooking fucking street tacos. And like all these people were around and watching this baboon cook street tacos and shit. I was like, wow, how did they teach him how to do that? She goes, that's fake. That's AI. That's not real. I was like, yes, it is. I said, look, all the people are videotaping. There was a lot of people like videotaping them around. But yeah, it looked funny, hilarious as hell, bro. Anyway, I thought it was funny.
Yeah, no, man, there is one funny, if I could add to that. You know, like I said, I'm a big fan of video games. I love like fighting games in particular. If you look at a fighting game,
you like Doom?
Love Doom. I fucking love Doom. Yeah. But a fighting game like Mortal Kombat like makes no fucking sense. You have a guy like like Sub-Zero, a guy can like shoot ice out of his hands, but then you have him fight like a small frame woman like Sonya Blade. And there's this guy, man, that I follow online because it makes me laugh. He basically does that. It's like UFC fights or wrestling fights, but like with characters like that, and you put it in AI where it looks real. You're like, wow, that looks really retarded. Like, this is fucking stupid. And part of me, actually, I get enjoyment from the stupidity.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. I participate in the stupidity. And I just try to have fun with it. There's not much you could do, you know.
You add to the likes.
Right. Exactly. Just another retarded like.
I have to mention the past inside the present song, because I remember when I first spun Axon like all the way through, and then this song came out, and then the horn solo came out. I was like, what the fuck is this? Mm-hmm. How did that happen?
It's just a homie.
I got you. Landis, he knows a guy. His name's Anthony Soriano. He plays in this band called The Blueprint, and it's just someone he knew that could do the solo. And
but how did that happen? Like how?
Well,
did fucking Aidan say, I don't want to write a solo for this song?
No, we've always wanted to.
100% true.
Yes, that's partly true. Yes, but Aidan has always talked about having a saxophone solo in one of our songs.
Well, I always talked about having a saxophone player permanently in Donella as like almost like taking the place of a lead guitar player, a brass instrument. Kind of covering certain frequencies in the music. That was apparently too stuck up and uppity for Donella. You know what I mean? But whatever, you know, keyboard guy, whatever.
Sure.
I'm just happy that we got at least that one. I love saxophone. I love brass instruments, trumpet. There's a lot of jazz music that I really like listening to. 91.7 is the station I always have. Yeah. Wow. Is always the station I have on, man. Like,
is that a jazz station?
Yeah, in San Antonio. It's the best station in San Antonio.
Oh, wow. Okay,
yeah.
Check it out.
Yeah, man. Seriously, you're driving and you're like, wow, I don't want to kill everybody on the road. Like, yeah, like this is cool.
Mellow.
Yeah. Chill. Well, unless you're hearing like some free jazz shit and you're like, wow, this is fucking annoying. This is really bullshit. Yeah.
You guys end the record with a song called Information Superhighway.
Oh, yeah.
Which is an instrumental. That is what you would call an instrumental.
Well, if you want to count the information superhighway, yeah.
I mean, but that's a great. that's a great way to kind of end this record too. Kind of, I thought
like a credits are rolling.
Yeah. It was cool. I dig it. So overall, a fine piece of work, guys. And like I told you downstairs, I've been listening to this record a lot. Thank you so much. I've been privy to hear many variations in the mix of this record. And while I can't differentiate all of them because I'm not a musician, I still love it all. So I can't wait till this record officially drops. And, I hope that, like Ozell, that this record takes you to bigger and bigger places professionally. We've had some, because I know you guys, and when we talk, personal and business. But I know that you guys now have a publicist working with the band. How did that come to fruition?
I follow, like I said, this band called Rickshaw Billy's Burger Patrol.
Mm-hmm.
And I just kind of was snooping around Instagram, seeing who they're working with. And I saw that they work with a guy named Dave Clifford. And I just, cold email, like I do.
What's the name of it?
It's Us and Them Group.
Okay.
And I just sent him an email, and we started talking, and we've been working together since April. Yeah. Okay. And he got us a write up in Decibel magazine.
Great.
They premiered Mindless Embryonic. Yep. And then they're gonna premiere our next single, or not Decibel, Punk News. They're gonna premiere Death Animation,
which is the second single. Yeah.
And so he's just kind of putting our music out there. And
did he let you guys choose the second single, or did he say, "Let me choose it"?
He recommended.
Yeah, he recommended.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure.
You guys didn't.
Yeah, kind of. We don't want to force it. We're kind of going with the flow, really.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is about the music too. Like you can feel a certain way, and then you can write it, but ultimately the people are going to decide what it's worth. You're right. You could fucking spend a year writing something, thinking you're making some deep, dark, fucking artistic statement, and then somebody was like, it was all right, and that's like worse than anything.
Yeah.
Or like we have one of our songs. It's like in like our top 5 or 6 songs, and we hate the song.
Oh God! Yeah.
And we hate it.
Which one?
Origami. I fucking hate Origami. It was funny. Origami was the first song I wrote. Actually, was literally the first song.
Is that on Bloomer?
Ever. It's on Bloomer. The first song on Bloomer. And even lyrically, it's okay. It's just the production. It's the production. The mix sounds like shit. But yeah, people like the song.
Yeah, they love the song. Yeah. They fucking love it.
Well, that's the thing. That's the beauty of the market.
You put out music and you don't know what song's gonna resonate with people.
Sure.
Like once it's out in the fucking stratosphere, you don't know. I've had people come up to me after a show, like, "Oh, I love Bloomer, the song Bloomer," and like song saved my life, and I don't know what to say, and I'm just like, go tell him that. I don't know what to say to that.
Yeah, I would. You know what I would say? Don't you think you owe me a shot?
Hey, I said, bro, I just saved your life.
Exactly. Buy me a fucking beer in the shop, bro.
I literally threw the lyrics together I threw the lyrics in the studio, right there.
Wow. So I think it's a good thing. You guys, there's certain tiers of publicists. I work with many of them, but you guys kind of went to a top tier publicist, which is good because obviously they can hook you up with someone like Decibel, and I'm sure there'll be other opportunities that are going to come up once the record is finally out. Will they be helping at all with any booking or anything like that?
I'm hoping that's to come. I'm gonna, like I said, trying to develop more of a relationship with Dave, and
or maybe they could hook you up with other bands that he publicized for. Yeah,
that's the goal. Honestly, we want to kind of more. He's put out albums for Omar Rodriguez Lopez. Put out bands for, and we love Mars
from
Mars Volta at the drive-in. He's put out stuff with Torch, right? Torch. I think Torch, and they're a cool band. And This Town Needs Gun. Yeah. So they're bands we kind of want to be associated with. So we're hoping we kind of work
and
together.
I think that's a great that is a great association because when I think about bands like Mars Volta, you guys are kind of in that same realm, very diverse kind of musical
Also,
band.
fellow Texas fools, man.
Yeah,
Fellow Texas
yeah.
fools.
Tell them, hey, bro, we're fellow Chicanos, bro. Come on. Come on.
We just played for Sparta, too, who was the other. When At the Drive-In broke up, they split into two bands, Mars Volta and Sparta.
Yeah.
We opened for Sparta. That was a great show for us.
Did you get to meet any of those dudes? Or no?
Oh, yeah, Jim Ward, man. He was super fucking cool, man. Like,
cool.
I was like, I think you're so awesome. Dude. like an idiot. He was super cool.
I was like, tell like 14-year-old Aidan that he's gonna talk to Jim Ward from Sparta, and he's gonna like remember him and recognize him. And
be sure to send the record to those guys.
Yeah, no,
dude, send the record out to all these people in the industry,
I didn't even think about
musicians. Send it to them, and you know that's how, like, when I think about, you want to talk about old school. When Metallica was coming up and they got signed to Elektra Records, or Ride the Lightning, Metal Church had just released their first record. And they loved the Metal Church record so much, they told Elektra, sign Metal Church, and Elektra did it. Wow. The first Metal Church record is on Elektra Records because of Metallica. And that's how shit happens. So if you can get your peers to say, man, these dudes are fucking great. You know, they can tell their reps and their people, you better look at these dudes. Check these dudes out.
I'll manifest this. We're gonna open for Metallica someday.
Oh man,
it's gonna happen. It almost happened one time. That's a funny story.
If you get signed or something because of that, you better give me some props.
Yeah,
sure. First interview.
You better not ever forget about me when you're playing a big show.
No, we won't.
I'll be like,
I'm gonna be sending fucking messages to us and them. Can I get an interview?
No, I'm gonna be like.
Can I get an interview with Donella Drive?
I'm gonna be like that rapper Riff Raff. I can't wait to blow up. That way I can pretend like I don't know nobody.
Exactly. You're gonna be like, Rob's MetalWorks who? Fuck that dude.
Who? Rob?
Yeah,
Bob?
Rob who?
Bobber?
Yeah, exactly. You'd be surprised how many people forget where they're from, man. It's crazy.
Tony won't let you forget.
Let's talk about shows now. You guys always kind of play out. When Axon comes out, what's the plan? What would you like to do to support this record?
Right now, we just have a couple shows booked. We have a show with Fire from the Gods. It's Fire from the Gods, 68, and Notions.
Where's that?
We're opening for them at the Rock Box.
When is that?
That is August 15th.
And you guys are opening that show?
There's a band before us, and then it's West Creek, and then it's us, and then Notions, 68, and Fire from the Gods. And we've opened for 68 before.
I was telling my
previously.
chick today as we were getting ready for you guys to come over. I said, we got to go to a Donella Drive show.
That's awesome.
Soon, very, very soon. It's been a while since I've seen you guys play, but every time I do, man, I love it. And
thank you, man.
I'm going to try very hard to be at that show. Mm-hmm. Anything else after that, Andrew?
We have a show in Houston the very next night.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, show in Houston. And then we're actually right now in the middle of booking our album release show. That's going to be at the Paper Tiger.
Oh, wow.
That's going to be
the release show.
The release show, yeah. That's
Will you have hard copies there?
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Vinyls.
Hopefully
what?
Vinyls. Yeah.
Vinyls.
Ooh, I'm getting both.
Yes. So that's going to be September 20th at the Paper Tiger.
Wow, badass. I am definitely there.
So I'm booking that too, so any bands hit me up.
Be sure to put me on the list for that. I want to be on the list with that for
sure.
me and my boys, so we can go photo and video and everything. Okay, and I want to buy me a vinyl and a CD for sure. Awesome, bro. All right, cool. But
so hopefully a tour. We jump on a tour. That's always the goal.
You want to jump on a tour?
Yeah.
Not do a tour.
Because we've done our DIY tours. We've done that.
Yeah.
And they're, like I said, some shows are awesome. Like we've actually had a bunch of great shows in San Diego for some reason, where we played to big crowds, and then that's kind of like our spot for whatever reason.
Yeah.
And then they're hit or miss after that. LA is kind of hit or miss. We played Tucson the last tour.
Wow, that's
Fort
cool.
Worth.
I do feel personally an independent tour. Well, maybe because we're just spoiled now. It's kind of pointless in a way. The cost.
I can see that.
It's very expensive.
I can see that.
I can see
that.
It's hard.
It's better to jump on a tour, and maybe you're not benefiting as much from it financially, but I think the opportunity to grow the fan base is better because
Oh,
you're
yeah.
putting yourself in front of new people.
You know what's funny is I've seen San Antonio, all the fucking shysters in every scene, metal scene, the hipster art fucking bullshit scene.
One more before we end
they're
up.
all good to touring bands. When it comes to one of their own, they don't treat their own.
Right, of course.
You know
of
what I mean?
course.
Donella's been in a part of every scene here
One
locally.
more before we end out.
You know, and
Yeah.
so that's why San Antonio, it's like, okay, we can't even rely on you guys to really give us anything.
You know, I'm going to say this in response to that. Two things. One, I'm going to say I think that San Antonio fans are a little spoiled because we've had such a rich scene for decades. I think fans are kind of a little spoiled with that regard. Secondly, I would say that our scene is great. I love our scene, but when it comes to a band like Donella Drive, I think there comes a point where you've outgrown the San Antonio scene, and I think you guys have outgrown the scene already. Where like you guys are not just, you're based in San Antonio, but you're not just a San Antonio band anymore. You are a national band now, a regional band now. You're beyond San Antonio now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I really feel that.
One of my
I think that that's how you should approach it. Yeah. So if things don't pop in San Antonio, so what?
I will say this: one of my favorite insults I've heard hurled towards Donella Drive.
Right.
And they're not
Tell
wrong.
me.
Was I heard? Oh, they're on some weird Metallica shit, which is like, how you gonna make Metallica sound weird? Which is honestly an honor. So it tells me like, okay, I'm doing some. I don't know. We're kind of doing something right.
Yeah. I've always said this, and I really believe it. If nobody's dissing on you, nobody hates you, you're not doing it right.
On that weird Metallica shit.
Everybody
dog.
should hate you a little bit, and I'm fine with that. You know.
Pray for all my ops.
Don't even. I got a list of haters that goes around the block, and I'm fine with that. I love it. It doesn't affect me or my legacy. My work speaks for itself, and any band's work should speak for itself. And like I said, you guys are beyond San Antonio now.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, man.
You guys are beyond San Antonio now. I really feel that when I think about them. There's bands that are, they're a San Antonio band. Not you guys. You guys are not just a San Antonio band anymore.
Appreciate it. Thank you, man. That means a lot.
Let's talk about what we talked about last night in deep detail. Video work. There was a video for Mindless Embryonic that was released. I love the video. Is that you with the mask?
It is me.
Oh my God.
I am the Rift Creeper.
Were you fucking drunk when you shot that shit?
I was hammered
You,
and stoned.
dude. When I watched the video, I'm like, there is no way. I knew that was you. I'm like, there's no fucking way that Aidan is doing all this crazy shit sober.
No, I was not sober. And hey, shout out to Kerosene.
Oh man.
When I hang out with the boys,
Oh man.
we're doing the whippets, and then your brain really goes down the toilet when you're on whippets. Yeah, no, that shit. I'm not doing that shit ever again. It was fun though. Yeah, you watch. We're gonna post that again. We're gonna post the Mindless video
Well,
again.
tell people why we had to take it down.
Well, yeah, because Drew, you tell. Oh fuck, man! I gotta be the professional guy now. Fuck. Well, Dave said, Dave, our publicist.
Yeah.
We're putting out these singles again, and he, just wanted to reintroduce the video once the album was done.
Right.
For, I guess, streaming reasons. I don't know, keep numbers up, whatever. I don't fucking know.
just to support the record more closely to when it's fucking already out.
Yeah.
Because if you release a video too early, by the time the record comes out, people already forgot about the video.
My favorite reaction from the people that did see the video, I would hear, "What the fuck is that?" And that's such a. It warms my heart. People are so weirded out by it. Shout out to Richard. I'm forgetting his last name. He runs the strip club.
Y'all shot it in there?
Yeah, man. The strip club, fucking Capiche Babes. It's off of Pear and Bidle.
Wow.
Yeah, and he let us go in there. Ronan got us in. And dude, we had a blast shooting that video. It was just, the song is mindless. The video is pretty mindless.
Mindless embryonic.
Yeah, man. I had my friends involved with it. You know, Thomas is like a brother to me. You know, of course.
Let's talk about the guys who kind of worked on it. We talked about downstairs. We talked about Thomas, Casanova, and then Gun Show, who did a lot of the artwork for it. Yeah. How did all kind of that come together? Because I remember when I first saw the video, it is a combination of the video antics plus the artwork. Right. And I thought that was really cool.
To me, it's like with Gun Show, what I love about his artwork, you know, the aesthetic was hugely influential to me too. It reminded me a lot of the stuff I grew up with. I discovered his stuff through ASAP Rock and Tobacco. They did a project, a one-off project called Malibu Ken, and that's where I saw his art, and I totally fell in love with it. Wow. It reminded me of like the white zombie stuff I liked when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I guess you could say a traditional American cartoonist.
Yeah.
But with the grosser, darker aesthetics.
Right.
And
but still keeping it cartoonish.
Right, which is totally what I love. Yeah. You know, the Adult Swim, Cartoon Network kind of area. Yeah. You know, the weirder shit. You know, he built the helmet for us out of like paper mache. We went to a flea market. We flew him from Maine.
Wow.
Come hang out with us for 2 weeks. It was really cool, man. Like, to me, like, moments like that are what makes life just really interesting and fun. Just weird art projects like that.
That is a big commitment for a fucking video. And I think that's pretty fucking cool.
No, dude, it was super cool. It was just, like I said, like a different.
To fly a dude from halfway across the country into South Texas, and then while he's here, he makes the stuff for the video.
And what was cool about it too, man?
How long did he stay here?
It was 2 weeks.
He stayed here for 2 weeks.
Yeah, man. We stayed over at Thomas and Laura's house. Laura, you know, shout out to Laura.
Was he okay?
Yeah, dude, he was fine, man. It was cool. And it was cool just having the different ideas of styles. You know, like I said, he's from Maine. He'd never been in Texas before.
Well, like, he get up and start working, or?
Yeah, you know.
Like, what would he do?
Dude, we showed him, basic shit, man. Showed him basic San Antonio locations. Yeah. A Woman Hollering Creek, the railroads, the missions. And it showing him around actually was like, wow, I've been here my whole life, and these are some really cool areas.
Let me show you the 50 different taqueria Jaliscos we got.
Yeah, no, we definitely fed him well. I'm sure he gained.
We're gonna eat at 20
pounds.
of the 50.
Yeah, and you know, with Thomas, like I said, Thomas's artistic aesthetic and Ronan, and then where I kind of was, and where it was cool, man. You know, Ronan likes a lot of the. Like the West, like a lot of the Memphis rap from the '90s, a lot of almost sounds like a black metal kind of aesthetic to it too.
Yeah.
Stuff I never really paid attention to. He showed me like Tommy Wright the Third, and then you know, Gun Show is showing me like a lot of really cool alternative bands from the '90s that I never heard of. Like he was saying like and he's from Maine, so he spent a lot of time in Boston and New York, and he was like there's bands that would be influenced by like say King Diamond, but that maybe they really liked the Smashing Pumpkins, and it was just so certain bands that, like I'm like wow, I would have never heard that and it was just a really cool creative time, and that's what I enjoyed about that, and times like that are kind of what I think life is worth living for.
Sure,
you know what I
those
mean?
are fucking memories that will live on forever.
Yeah, love you, James. His name is James Quigley.
Yeah, James Quigley.
James Quigley.
And I love you, Thomas Casanova,
love
wherever
you,
you are, brother.
Love all my homies, man.
Yeah.
They're all in fucking Houston now, man.
I know.
Miss my boys, man.
I fucking hate Houston.
Yeah, fuck. I kind of like Houston, if I'm being honest, man. Me and Drew had some great experiences in Houston.
Oh, no.
Houston's been better to us than San Antonio. I'll tell you that.
Tell me about it later.
I will.
So when do you think the video will be re-released?
It will be released as soon as the album drops.
Yeah. Soon thereafter.
Yeah, right after.
Soon thereafter. Okay. Mm-hmm. Let's do this.
Cheers, man.
Oh, man. What a great fucking interview.
Thank you, man.
It. Any other videos that you want to do?
Well, we do have the simian transition.
we have a video for simian transmission as well.
The art direction was also by James. He created a lot of the visuals. The animation was done by oh my God, Peter Karpik. I'm sorry, I might be butchering some name. Alex, I forget Alex's name. Alec Redford. They did the animation. Peter was also like a lead animator for Adult Swim. That's who James introduced us to. Alec and Peter. Really fucking great, talented artists, man. I'm just super stoked that they wanted to work with Donella, yeah, man, it was just really fucking cool, man. But Simian Transmission, we had a lyric video. Hopefully, be putting that out soon. We wanted to do something for Death Animation. We didn't have enough time to do that. Yeah, man. Next record, man, maybe do some more stuff with them because it was really cool, dude.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, guys, I've been privy to this record for a little bit, and I fucking love it. I listen to it quite often, almost probably every day. I listen to this record, and in the morning when I'm getting dressed and I'm in the shower, I put this record on. And I love heavy stuff. And I love my medium heavy stuff. Then I, love my fucking Journey, But, I put you guys like in the medium heavy. And when I'm in that mood, I fucking throw on Axon and I'm jamming it or Bloomer or whatever. And, Donella's just always kind of continued to be one of my favorite San Antonio bands. You guys are continuing to belt it out. You guys are still young, so I know there's a lot more to come. So I can't wish you enough goodwill as we are in the mid-year already of 25. Can you believe it?
Yeah,
it's
crazy.
insane, right?
13 years of Donella Drive, man.
Wow, bro. Yeah. Wow, that's what I'm saying. Like it was a blessing that you guys got started so early, and now even you have it's kind of like I think about like Canelo. Canelo started so early in his boxing career, and that he's just barely like he has such a great stellar career, and he's not even that old yet. I kind of feel that way about you guys. It's like you guys started so early. You're so good already, and you're not even old yet. So I look forward to what happens after the release of this record. My hope is that we can continue to work together, and that I'll see you guys next year, maybe. I know you guys were telling me off camera you already are working on new shit, but we don't want to talk about that yet.
2 new records.
Oh, no.
2 new records we're already working on. I said it. It's official on camera.
Try and stay ahead. Like I said, once the music is out there in the stratosphere, we're ready. We're already moved on.
I'll be honest, man. At that point, it's not. We're not thinking about career shit.
Yeah.
It's just writing the music.
Just letting it out.
Music just comes out, man. It really does.
Yeah.
Why sit on it? Like, because we have so much of it. Just put it out.
Like I said, Axon, was the shadow work. That was something personal. The next stuff, kind of what we're already working. It's already like 8 songs, man.
Wow.
And I would say,
I got them.
Yeah,
I got the roughs.
You got half of it.
I got half the roughs.
Half the rough. Kind of where we're going musically speaking. Kind of me and Andrew's relationship and stuff. It's like that's the light work.
Yeah.
So it might not be as dark or as whatever as Axon.
Yeah.
Kind of a return to form.
You guys don't ever get in a fight. Let Aidan fight with everybody else. Okay.
Yeah, there's too many fights.
You can't ever fight with your brother. Because when you're stuck in Austin, he's gonna come get you.
Well, if we're a yin and yang, if we're a duality, he's definitely the yin. He's the light guy. I'm the dark guy.
You're the dark guy.
I'm Satan. I'm dark.
I'm an angel. Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for everything. What a great interview. It's always a wonderful chat when I have you guys here. And before I let you go, I just want to give each of you an opportunity to start with Andrew real quick, an opportunity just to say any thank yous or show any love or gratitude for anybody in the scene or in your personal life who has helped you this far in the journey.
No, just thank you for anyone who still supports this band, who still believes in us, who still like streams our music, who still, everybody, my sons, my family, everybody, like I appreciate them all. Thank you. And I think my brother too, my mom, and everybody, Christy, yes, everybody. I appreciate everybody who still, like I said, still supports this band after this long.
Supports the dream.
Yeah, supports the dream. Yeah,
supports the dream.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Beautiful.
Yeah, two brothers. We started this band, when he was 17 years old, and we're still here. Working, writing music. Some of our,
better than ever.
Better than ever. Yeah.
Better than ever.
Yeah. And I also want to give a shout out to my uncle, our uncle Angel too. He's in Flesh Hoarder, and they're opening for Pantera.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
Yeah. I know Flesh Hoarder.
Yeah. So.
It's our uncle, man.
Oh.
We were at the
Which guy is your uncle?
The guitar player Angel.
Oh, okay.
Angel Terran, man. We were at the first Flesh Hoarder show.
Oh, wow.
He wanted us to come out because he felt nervous.
Wow.
And now he's opening for Pantera, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the first guy I ever played music with. So, yeah.
That's cool. All right. Yeah.
My shout outs, I guess. Well, let me get a shout out to Drew, of course. He's my brother. A lot of life events, certain things played out where I really realized, I was like, damn, this fool really has my back no matter what.
His patience.
So
his love.
as much as we,
man.
that's real. That's a real fucking brother right there.
Fuck yeah.
He's not just by blood. Like there's something more than just blood.
Of course.
Spiritual. So I love Andrew to death. No homo. You know what I mean? Thomas Casanova, who's my other brother. Love you, Tommy. Believed in Donella too, man. Came with us to all those tours.
Yeah.
He went through some rough shit with us, man.
I remember he told me, like, Rob, I can't shoot any fucking interviews. I'm going to go on tour with Donella.
I be bitching sometimes, man.
Like,
Tommy was there for me, man. Tommy, it was Drew and Tommy. I had brothers there that were like, hey, man, like, we got this. And even when I was being a fucking little bitch. Hey, yo, lock in. That's Tommy. Hey, lock in. Lock in.
What does that mean? Like, get your shit together?
Get your shit together. It means don't be a pussy. Don't be a bitch, dog.
Lock in.
Lock in.
Oh, man.
You was just telling me lock in.
I'm going to have to start using that.
All right, lock in. I'm going to lock in.
All right, lock in.
So shout out to my brothers.
Yeah.
Just fuck the blood, you know what I mean? Just brothers, just by nature. Mom and dad, love mom and dad. Just for being mom and dad, really.
Yeah.
They could be kind of argumentative sometimes, but that's cool. I get why they want to.
Dad, don't look so angry all the time.
That's just his face. I got his face. He's not an angry guy.
He's not angry.
Yeah,
I know your dad.
Yeah,
he was on Rob's back in the day.
Andy Bastard, Pitbull Daycare.
Yeah, Andy.
That's my pops, man.
All right.
He always has my best interests, and I talk to him every day.
Oh, really? You talk to him every day?
Man.
You talk to him quite often?
Yeah. Tone, he's always talking about guitar tone. You know what I mean? I feel like always talking guitars, man. I love my dad. We're close, man.
Speaking of guitars, did he say anything about the Randy Rhodes that you just got?
He was like, "Oh, that's fucking badass."
I want to play it.
But he's like,
bring it over.
He was like, "You might have gotten that cheaper on Sweetwater, though, man. I'll be honest." And I'm like, "Okay, yeah, I wasn't out because I did that shit impulsively." So he'll like look it up online, like, "Oh, you could have done it cheaper this way." You know, blah 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 blah.
He said, "Dad, it wouldn't have been an impulse buy if I had done it like that."
Yeah, sometimes the universe talks to you.
Yeah.
So
it's
whatever.
a great guitar.
Yeah.
I hope to see you play it live.
Yeah, it's happening.
Okay, get a case for it because I want to see you play it live.
Yeah.
That'll be so metal. Play it for a fucking death animation.
For Satan.
Yeah, there you go. Totally cool. What kind of pickups does that guitar have? Are there Seymour Duncans?
They are Seymour Duncans, but I don't
Put some
remember
EMGs on that motherfucker. Then you're rocking. Come on.
I don't know if I like EMGs.
Come on. Dude, if you don't like EMGs, you're not metal, bro.
Actually, I have a bass to the EMGs. And I don't like it either. Not gonna lie.
There's something about EMGs. Okay, like I could listen to Justice, Metallica. We're talking Metallica.
Oh no.
EMG. We have debates. We have debates. Some days, if I'm feeling saucy, I'll be like, you know what, Megadeth is better than Metallica.
Oh god,
you know what?
Here we go.
Slayer's better than Maul. If I'm feeling real satanic.
Here we go.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. What a great interview. so much character, and that's what I expected from you guys. So I wanted to do my part to support Accent because it's a great record, and I'm glad that I think we did it at a great pivotal time, like right before the record comes out. 2 months from now, 6 weeks, 8 weeks from now, the record will be out, and hopefully after people watch this interview around the world, people will be anticipating the record and get it. So for all you people out there, all the Rob's MetalWorks extended familia around the world, remember the brand new record is called Axon from Donella Drive. Be sure to look for it, mark your calendars now, and pick it up. You saw the band only right here on Rob's MetalWorks.